Welcome to this episode of the DJ Interview with your host, Harry the Big Dog.
What is up, people? Harry the Big Dog, and that be me. Let me get some acknowledgement of that DJ Interview in the corner. What's up, everybody? Type in the chat if you can hear me. What is up? We got the original MC War Flat Top. He's coming up on the interview. He used to DJ. He's old school, and he's coming up on the interview. So y'all watch for this cat too. He's old school from the Bronx. From the Bronx. Weather has been blazing out here lately. I had a call from one of my peoples in Illinois. It was like 107 degrees out there. Yo, what's up? What's up, everyone? One acknowledgement. I got my Army shirt on, and that's because I don't know if you guys knew, but Monday, let me remove that. Monday was actually the 246th birthday of the U.S. Army. I spent 26 and a half years of my life in there. So I'm somewhere in the middle, more towards the end of that last 46. So definitely wanted to shout that out. And all you Army peoples there, give me a whore in the chat. Flat Top is saying it was 98 degrees in Florida. Yo, it has been blazing out. DJ P Nice checking in. What's going on? We got Chris Claus checking in. What's going on, my brother? All right, so what I'm going to do right now is play a drop right now. And this is a celebration of, my 1 year. For those of you who are catching up, I've been doing this DJ interview for a year now. 1 whole year. This is the 73rd episode of DJ Interview. And it has been so amazing. Oh, you guys are amazing for just listening in each and every week or catching the replay. It is just like overwhelmingly, thank you. A heartfelt thank you for, even keeping this thing going, because originally it was going to not be there like it is right now. Y'all like my DJ Interview sign? Put a yeah if you like that sign. But one of the cats that kind of helped get some of this 72 episodes is who I'm going to interview now. So let me play this drop by him.
Yo, what's good? This is your man, Black Man, aka Cutmaster C from the old school, here to celebrate a 1 year anniversary with my man, Harry the Big Dog, on his DJ Interview. Good luck, God bless, and drop it like it's hot, bruh.
Oh man, thank you, bro. Let's bring this cat on. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, Cutmaster C is with us today. What's going on, bro?
What's up, Harry the Big Dog? That's right. Black Manna, Cutmaster C in full effect in the house right now.
In the house. Oh man. So thank you for the interview, bro. So
Thank you.
let me check this chat right quick. Make sure we got one of your peoples, Robert Henley, Willenboro in the in the mofoing house.
Yeah,
MC
that's
Blaze
bro.
Hawthorne Park. Oh man, you got some peoples coming all in here.
Yeah.
We got Karen Gross checking in. How you doing, Miss Karen? So yo, introduce yourself. Let everybody know your government name if you want, your DJ name, and when you got started in this DJ business.
Yeah, well, the government is Craig Stevens. That be me. I'm here, been a Willenboro guy for so many years. But I tell you what really happened, what got me started was back in the day. Like just listening to hip hop. And like I think I mentioned to you before, between me and you, that it was Curtis Blow. Curtis Blow is really what got me started. I was just so enamored with hip hop. Curtis Blow got it kicking, got it started, got me wanting to get into the whole essence of hip hop from back in the day. And then it was Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. And what it is I tried to engage in each aspect of hip hop when it first came out. The DJ and the MC, and the only thing I did was break dance. You know, I ain't gonna see a brother break dance. It wasn't me popping and locking and everything, but that's really what got me started, at least interested.
Right. So what year are we talking?
We're talking like 79 when Curtis Blow came out, 79, and then 80, and then we used to just come over my house right here and just scratch on my mom's little old turntable and whatnot, and then record on the 8-track, and then you just rhyme over that, and I would get on the turntable, little scratch, just one little thing, and then boom, we went from there, and then it evolved.
That's funny. So now, you know, me and you had known each other for many days now.
Many days.
And
it's about 2.5 months ago.
Yeah, about 2.5 months now. So, you know, we've talked, and I know you are super old school.
Yes, that's me.
So, since you are old school, I'm jumping around now. You still have turntables.
Yeah. I got them, got my turntables, now it's the new age of Serato. We're not going around lifting crates and stuff like that and whatnot. So this is how we get down now.
And you came up on records, obviously.
Yes. Going down to the Funko Mart, down in Philly, buying records. We had a whole bunch of, we had different crews and stuff and whatnot. And that's how we used to do. People would go, we would save our money up and then go down there and just buy all the records. Like, okay, we got like $30. Go ahead, buy like 5 or 6 records, come back, and we just listen to them like, this is my record. I'm cutting it. But
now, what I didn't know is Robert is telling on you that you had an old school record label. So we gonna get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But tell us how you got started. I know one of the things with you is you kind of started these house parties, at least in your area.
Yeah. So let me go back to the very beginning of how it really came down and how I solidified myself and sort of had my name. So what happened is we had a club out here called Moonbase One over here in Route 130 Edgewater, just across the highway here near Willenboro. And I used to go there all the time. I was like the little kid, trying to go in there and talk to the guy who ran it, Little Wade in the Water. And I would always come in there. Wade was an older guy. He kind of reminded me of Shonuff from The Last Dragon. He was cool. So that's what he kind of reminded me of. And I would go in there and he'd see me. I'd play the video games. I'd be so enamored with the DJ and stuff and whatnot. And he gave me a chance. And I would go in there. He let me go up in his nice little booth. Like, thank God it's Friday. It was like a little booth that oversaw the whole floor, dance floor. And I was in there and I was cutting. I was raw, but I was good. I was pretty good for my age and everything. And that's when I got under the wing of DJ Woody Wood, one of the greatest around. So me and DJ Woody Wood, would connect. He took me under his wing, and I wound up like just honing my craft there at Moonbase. So that's really how I first got my first niche in the actual out in the open public DJ and whatnot. And then it spawned from there. And then that's when we can get into the house parties. And actually being crews, like we were in crews. We had DJ crews, back then, and I was a focal point of one of our DJ crews around here that was pretty prominent. I was also like a free agent. I went out on my own and did a few things, so I progressed into something that was pretty decent.
Nice. We got DJ Butter L checking in with us. We got DJ Kid Tree checking in with us. So now that the club you were with is no longer in existence? Was it still there?
You talking about the Moonbase?
Yeah, Moonbase.
Oh yeah, now Moonbase been going for
it's been going for a little bit.
Yeah, that's a part of our old hip hop culture. Anybody from around here knows about the essence of like Moonbase and what that was.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was a great thing for us.
So you tell us about this house party thing. Because I'm real interested. I'm reading comments over here. I'm real interested in saying we got the Bay Area checking in.
Yeah, house parties was a big thing here in Willingboro. It's like right to this day, still being in the area. I can ride past certain places, and I remember us DJing at certain houses and whatnot. You go out, you be in school, you wait for Friday, like, yo, we doing a party tonight somewhere in Twin Hills or something. And everybody would show up and it would be packed. I mean, it would be crazy. We set everything up and then and we just rock and roll. And we would like to tell everybody that, yo, we're making a tape here, so we have everybody the party people like, hey, oh, yo, you know what I mean? And getting up all the music and stuff. And that was pretty much just a conventional thing. Back in the day, we didn't make a 5 or 6 minute song 2 minutes because you were trying to show all the songs you had. We would play the songs out fully, pretty much, mix a little bit. We all had our favorite songs that we would just go back and forth on and whatnot and stuff. So that's how that's how it went. I mean, we always look forward to having a DJ house party at the end of the week because that's where it was. We didn't go because it was local. You know what I mean?
Right.
You go around the areas and this and that and the other. It's almost like nowadays with yard sales. Like, yo, where's the yard sales at? Like, yo, where's the house party at this night? Where are we going? And it would be fun, but unfortunately, sometimes it would get out of hand a little bit. When we've had stuff stolen from us and whatnot, like people took speakers and all of that. But one of my friends who I was going to bring up, Randy Holmes, DJ Randy One. He had brought his mom's speakers over to the house and whatnot. And I was over there too busy fraternizing with the women and whatnot. Somebody went ahead and took off with a full-fledged speaker.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was part of my one group, the ACS band. We had Gentleman Cooper, Chip Mitchell, and Randy, and then my man Craig Kai, who was an MC with me. I was MCing and DJing at that time. So
okay.
Yeah. So it was a little bit of both at that time. And
now, what did you end up sticking with? You still MC, or you kind of stuck with the DJ?
I'm getting back with my DJ, trying to do my DJ thing more. So my MCing days has been over. But right now I'm part of a new entertainment company, Mighty Deuce Entertainment, and we're doing things. So I'm trying to start a little bit of production, and I'm trying to write some songs that we're going to have out hopefully at some point. But that's something else for another day. I do want to concentrate on some of this old school stuff that we got going on.
Okay. Now you did mention DJ Woody Wood. I had interviewed him on here. He is legend over in your neck of the woods.
No doubt. He gets credit for this whole area. He was him and another DJ, Carlos Rankin from KOC. That was another group that we used to deal with, and we used to battle. We had battles back in the Moonbase days. You know, Positive Force, a few other groups that was around here. I mean, Willowboro was tight for some DJs. We had DJs, and I know the other people from Mount Holly and Burlington, but you know, that's our neighboring areas and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's our neighboring areas, and that's how we used to get down. But
you got heavy hitter DJ Cam out
Yeah, I was going-
in that
yeah.
area. You got DJ Mix Mash in that area. You got a whole slew of peoples out there. You.
yeah, and then what happened was, let me tell you exactly what went down. So back in the day, you know, we had the garage. I had the garage here, and this is where a lot of stuff spawned from this garage that I'm sitting in right now. This garage right here. I had, you had the crates, and you had the door. You had the crates, and you had a house door, a door laid up, and we had the old turntables on there, the BSRs and whatnot, and maybe we had the Techniques 101s or whatever they were back then, and we had one good turntable, bad turntable, and a Gemini mixer, and you had the likes of DJ Reggie Reg. He would come over here. He was a little younger, so we tried to relegate him to the secondary and third tier of getting down and mixing. So a lot of people came through here. You know, there was DJ Quick we had here, like you mentioned, my man DJ Cam, the heavy hitter. That's my man right there. We used to always get down and do things. It's like a DJ trick. You had me, you had Cam, you had Reg, you had JP, you had Quick. You know, you had all these people that came through here. A lot of things happened in this garage, and it was fun times.
Nice. DJ Reggie Reg, was big up to him.
Yeah, that's my man. You know it.
Oh, man. So
there he is. DJ Reggie Reg right there.
Oh, yo.
Old black male group. Like I said, we've been through so many stints in the musical business, entertainment, trying to get things. We can never really get over the hump. But
Right.
you know, thank God for people like DJ Cam, the heavy hitter, and Jay Ski, who went ahead and took it, and DJ Quick took it to another level, and their names ring out, in society. That's a good thing. So, and I appreciate the fact that they all know who I am and what I was and what I did, and on the back end of everything.
Yeah, I heard about that DJ heavy hitter, DJ Cam. I heard he was a big thing out there at one time.
Yeah, him and his protege.
Still is.
DJ Toji, his boy Toji.
Yeah, DJ
Yes.
Toji.
Yes,
Got a
yes.
chance to interview him.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a lot of people out there, and it is amazing from that area. So now tell me, are you one of these DJs that actually went and toured everywhere, or were you local?
Yeah, I was pretty much a local DJ, and like I said, it was kind of like I was one of the grandfathers, and then all the other guys spawned out, and they was able to take it to another level and do things like go into DJ contests and do things and whatnot. And like I said, I showed you here, Red was in the group. Obviously DJ Cam, Courageous Chief. That was part of our old record label that we did have that my man Rob talked about, which is Tyree Records. We were a part of that, and then we put out that EP, Warpath, and whatnot. So everybody was able, mostly a lot of people were able to do a little something with what we had. And like I said, I like to see some of these people still doing something for the cause. I'll never forget about the old school, about the hip hop and going forward and DJing and everything. So like I said, I still get down when I get the time and whatnot. And I hope to actually do have some other endeavors in the future, just dabbling with it just a little bit.
Right. So, what are you doing now? I know I'm jumping around, but
that's okay.
I
got an answer for everything. You know what I mean? So right now, like I said, we're Mighty Dudes Entertainment. So Mighty Dudes Entertainment is an entertainment company. And what we do is we try to find local talent and put them together. And we have one of our producers is signed to Atlantic Ethical Records, and we're trying to get some stuff out there now. We're in the process of doing stuff on the back channels, and hopefully you'll hear something bigger from us soon. And we're still looking for local talent and whatnot, and then we hope to aspire to make that our main niche. I still
Okay.
have my regular old job, doing whatever, but I'll always be music in some fashion and art.
Right. So you're looking in the Willingboro and surrounding areas for those who may be listening.
Right, local talent. Yep, and then we're trying to we're trying to just get that out there to let everybody know that Willingboro and the local areas are still going strong. We had the Carl Lewises and all the other people that done some stuff and whatnot. We got all facets of things that are going down now. We got people that's acting and everything and whatnot. Willingboro's full of talent.
Yeah, to be such a small area compared to other places, a lot of talent came out of that little area.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to go into detail about that later date about a few things
Yeah,
about Willingboro.
soon. So Robert was saying something about your old record label.
Yeah, that was the Tirade Records. That was a gentleman by the name of Rudy Vincent. It was Reggie Reg, DJ Cam, Courageous Chief, myself, Robert Rowe, and then we put this thing together, and we were able to get as far as to get that EP out, Warpath, which was good. To this day, that is still a hot EP. I mean, you go
I
ahead
heard
and
some
put it out
stories
there.
about it.
If you got a
It's
good
selling. It's selling like crazy to certain people's overseas.
Yeah. Overseas, exactly. Yeah, but I mean, I wish that we were a little more tight with that and had all our ducks in a row. I really feel like there was an outside force that was pulling away from it that stopped us from being able to get to our plateau, to get to where we wanted to get to, rather. But it just didn't pan out. But these are part of our memories and things we still got going. We'll
Yeah.
never forget about it. We always reminisce, we talk about it and everything. And it was a good part. It was a good learning experience. And I take all of that with me. That's why now I am the CEO and president of Mighty Boots Entertainment, because of my background and our affiliation that we dealt with our own record company. We deal with Rough House Records. So we've done a few things. Yeah. So I mean, I like to think that I got a little bit of insight on certain things. I mean, It's a
Right.
different world now. It's 2021. Things are done a little bit differently. But I like to think I was born in a good era, because I was able to learn and get myself better as I progressed, on and on and on. So that's good for me and my people, I feel as though.
Now I heard you say earlier you're getting back into the DJing heavily. Now, are you looking to do vinyl again, or are you kind of turned over to the digital side?
Oh no, we gotta stay digital now with the Serato and getting down with all of that and whatnot. So yeah, that's what's happening. As part of the entertainment company, like I'm saying, we want to be able to do everything in all kinds of facets. We're looking into stuff as far as doing videos and doing actual DJing events and stuff. That's why we're getting up all our equipment and everything. I got extra equipment here, so we're gonna be able to roll out and do things, and hopefully at some point, we'll have other people doing our DJing, but we can make those cameos and guest appearances and jump on, you know what I mean, and have other things happen through this new industry that we got going on in this business.
Nice. I know you said you were mainly local, but are you, when you start going out and making your special appearances, are you looking to venture outside of the Willingboro and surrounding areas?
I think over the course of time we'll wind up, moving further and further away. But right now we get a lot of love locally, and then we'll deal with that, and then as we see fit, we'll start to progress and whatnot.
Nice.
And also I wanted to mention, like back in the day when we were trying to really become DJs and just understand the essence of DJs and trying to evolve. We went to many parties. We used to go to New York like on a regular basis. We used to go to New York like it was around the corner, like on the work day. I had to get
Yeah.
up and go to Silo at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, and we'd be at New York, leaving New York at 3:30 in the morning. People like Shy from like Tribe Called Quest, like, yo, y'all coming back tomorrow? Like, are you going to the party this week? I said, man, we don't live around here, you know what I mean? But being out there, I was able to meet people like Mr. C, Big Daddy Kane's DJ. I talked to him
Yeah.
a little bit, got some stuff from him. Cash Money, I was able to meet Cash Money, talk to Cash Money a few times, and Mixmaster Ice from one of my favorite groups, UTFO.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mixmaster Ice, me and him, we was cool. We talked for a little bit. I told him, you know, how I loved all the work. And Spinderella, as a matter of fact. I was able to meet Spinderella and talk to her. So yeah, I was told her, I'm a DJ, I'm an aspiring DJ from South Jersey. You know, just let me know what's good. You know, can you tell me this? Give me some insight and whatnot.
Nice. We got heavy hitter DJ Cam in the building.
That's my man. You know how we get down.
What is up, bro?
We done did many things together. Progression and everything. We still get down.
Robert is saying WPRB in Princeton.
Yeah, well, that's another one I met a G down there. G, who used to work for the Wu-Tang, and we used to be up there. We used to go up there Thursday nights and whatnot, and they have and we just be on the radio, just playing stuff. You know, that was the mainstay with like what do they call poor righteous teachers?
Yeah.
They, you know, be up in there, all that Trenton entertainment and whatnot went through there, and we used to go up there Thursday nights, and that would broadcast, and everybody would listen to it. We'd crack jokes, we'd mix, we'd do everything up in there, and you know, it was fun times. It was fun times. I mean, I think, you know, from a certain point, from like 14, 15, when all this was going down, all the way up until, you know, now, there was a lot of fun happening. And of course,
Right.
along the lines, we became adults. So then the problems became a little different. Issues became funny. But then at the end of the day, we still were doing what we wanted to do, which was DJ and have fun.
Definitely.
That's how we got down.
Robert is saying legendary DJ Cam.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. That's my man there. We know that. And you know what? I remember one time, like, when we were with the group, and I was with a group, and believe it or not, it was like free agency. My skills was pretty decent at that time, and I had certain groups vying for my affection, trying to get me to be on their level, trying to be with their groups. They were offering me turntables and more mixing time at the house parties and whatnot. Yeah, it made me feel real good to know that I was, you know, I was loved like that. That my skills spoke for themselves, and people wanted to share with me. In the one group we had, my man MC Data, Cooper, he had what we called the wheels. You know how Grandmaster Flash had the wheels of steel? He had the wheels of gold. We had some Mackays, they got spray painted gold, and we were rocking and rolling with those bad boys. The wheels of gold. I'll never forget that. Man, we had so many good times. I tell you.
Man. The wheels of gold.
Yes, sir. That's how we got down. I mean, like I said, everything is classical hip hop. I mean, I don't know if Cam and Toad and all those guys, we go to Reg, like, you know, we talk, and you, Big Dog, like, I'm just locked in the old school. I can't stop talking about Grandmaster Flash, Treacherous 3, the Crash Crew. You know what I mean? You know, Mike and Dave, all of that stuff. That's just me. You know, DJ.
Look, they are pioneers. They helped do this. DXT. DST at the time.
Yeah, DXT.
You know,
yeah, I hope they have him.
All these people just help do this for what it is right now. And it's a powerhouse industry, this whole hip hop thing. It's just non-stop.
Isn't it crazy how years ago people thought it wouldn't last? They thought it was gonna be like a 2 or 3 year thing. You know, all right,
it was just a fad.
Just a fad. Now, when people start biting at it and chipping, everybody gets involved. It just evolved. It just it just swelled up into this big giant thing. I mean, hip hop is where it's at. I mean, That's
Flat
all I
Top
do.
is saying DJ Mean Gene. I'm not sure who that is, but we need to find him
Oh yeah,
or
and
her.
anybody else who knows DJs, like you said, I'm sure you still would love to find out about other DJs that's floating
Oh
around in the
yeah,
track. They have a story to tell, and and get on here and tell you their origins and what they're doing now and how they feel about even like me, like new music and new age stuff and all that. See, I'm so much old school that I understand that I have to adapt to some of the new stuff that's going down, but I'll listen to some things and I'm like, all right, that's okay, but then I'm really like, I'm old school, man. I'm old school, and I'm glad because I'm at a point in time where I'm old enough to have understood everything and then still watch the progression, and like I said earlier, and learn from it.
right.
You know what I mean? So I'm good. I'm gonna be all right.
So now, I'm not sure when you actually got into the Serato, if you kind of got into it in its inception or kind of later on. But what did you think about moving away from vinyl records to going digital? And now you all you need is a hard drive or a thumb drive, and you're a DJ.
Yeah, I know it's crazy, but see, here's the thing. At least if you were a DJ, original DJ, like you just went ahead and you just had to go ahead and adapt to the new styling. And I actually got, believe it or not, of course, who else but DJ Cam? He showed me. I went over his house one day, and all of a sudden I was like, oh! I was like, what am I doing here? And it's a boom, 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 boom. I was hooked. And and you remember we made a joke about, oh well, there goes getting into the party free because now I can't carry a crate. Used to carry a crate to get in free. I'm with the DJ. He had like 10 crates. You had 5 or 6 cats getting in for free. Instead of paying that door fee. Like, yeah, nah. But then we said, you know what? I'm gonna just carry the thumb drive with me. And be like, yeah, I'm getting in this is DJ Cam's thumb drive, yo. He can't work without this.
I know.
What I mean? It's encrypted. Only I can give it to him. You know what I mean? That's what we say. So I'm still getting in, right?
Encrypted with only your thumbprint, right?
Only my thumbprint will make that puppy work. That's how we got down. You have to evolve. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we had somebody saying DJ Mean Gene is Grand Wizard Theodore's older brother. Okay,
Wow,
you just educated me.
Yeah, and I follow.
Hey, Darlene.
I follow him on Facebook. I didn't know that though. That's interesting. Good.
That is something to know. I have
Oh yeah. Now
no idea.
I'm always interested in finding out about old school and hip hop and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I still got to get up with Woody Wood so I get the vocals from that scratching. I'm sick of the instrumental.
Right.
And
Let
whatnot.
me let's pause for a second so I can play a drop.
Okay.
Yo, I want to just give a quick shout out to Harry the Big Dog Jameson. Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary of DJ Interview. Keep rocking, kid.
Nice. I still cannot believe it's 1 year. I don't know how long you've been listening to the DJ Interview, but it was a little struggle at the beginning. It was fun.
I hear you, but and the thing is, the funny part is like I forget. I think Cam or somebody invited me into the link, and I got in there, and I didn't know who you were. And all of a sudden, it started popping up, and I would look every now and then. And then when I met you, I'm like, "Oh, that's my man right there." I was like, "Okay," and that was great. And excuse me. And like you said, and we talked about it on your anniversary thing.
Yeah.
It was like I'm like, yo, when you got that old school essence. And you start talking about it, you bond quickly. And even though I knew you for a minute, it was like I knew you forever almost. You know what I mean?
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, because we were enlightening each other with different events of the past and everything, and meshing it all together, teaching each other about certain things that we didn't know. You put it all together, it's like, oh wow. So that was good.
Definitely. So Craig, what are you looking to do in the future? Now that you got your production company, I know you're looking for local artists, but how are you actively looking and seeking for them, and what are you going to do for them?
Well, obviously we've been backlogged because of the nonsense that took
Yep.
the world by storm and everything. So we've just been creeping. So we actually still have people. We already have a couple people that we're working with hard. You know, like Clockwork Red. He's my producer and whatnot. Now we're dealing with Buddha Bless. He's making some stuff for us. We got him going strong, and I'm trying to get out with Lacey, and hopefully she can get in and we can get some tracks together. So we're primarily focusing in on them, and then we're putting things out. But the bottom line is we have a lot of people already that we can work with. They just got to show us the drive and the energy, and then we can start doing them. But we're taking like baby steps right now because we're trying to get ourselves reacclimated to what's going on. And we do see some things coming positive in the future real soon.
Okay.
And, one thing I also wanted to mention. Remember I talked about like moon base and stuff like that. How we used to get, there's a few other things that were of great notoriety back then. We also used to have parties at the school after the basketball, after the football game. We would be able to have the cafeteria, and we'd set up everything, and we'd have battles in there. We've had people from like the Fearless Four come down and just had to be in the crowd. Next thing you know, they on the mic doing stuff. We had a couple of local guys, TNT and Bobby J, the Positive Force and all that. And rest in peace, my man CC. He was a good MC back in the day. Like, we used to do those parties back in the day, and we used to have like the tapes. I wish we could find the tape. Corey said he might have some tapes back in the day where we was actually like partying to the very end. They would get up there, get on the mic, and next thing you know, Mr. Belford had to come and cut the lights on, and it was still rocking. He had to take the mics away from him. It was wonderful. DJ the scratching up, all the good stuff. It was mostly good times. It was like scratching good times, and Paul Mason crew, Bounce Rock Skate Roll. That was a beautiful time, and it was also a place that's still here. It was the JC. Now I think they call it the Foster Military Lodge. We used to have parties there all the time. And I was one of the first dudes locally, me, back in the day, when for some reason, I guess I was watching too much Run DMC or something. I have a blazer on, no shirt. I was the first DJ, like one of the first DJs to mix on 3 turntables at the JC's. I was jamming.
Wow.
I was boom, 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 boom. And there's a few people that still remember that, and they talk about that. They're like, yeah, I remember you with DJ, and you had 3 turntables. You was getting it in. Yeah, I could have stuck with it a little longer, I think, and then, could have been somebody.
I heard a few stories about you from Reggie Reg.
Yeah,
about
man,
you being that electronic geek.
Oh yeah, exactly. I came up with a few things way before its time. And I was in that nonsense, and I could have made some loot off of some of that stuff.
For real.
Yeah.
Oh, Cam wanted to know that information about DJ Mean Gene was from him. Yes, darling. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Robert is saying Willingboro Plaza had DJ battles at the after hours spot.
Oh yeah, that's part of what I'm saying.
What, up and Up Productions?
Yeah, see now, Up and Up Productions, that was also us trying to get somewhere. Just like I told you about Bob had mentioned earlier about the Tirade Records and stuff.
Yeah.
That was another stepping stone. Up and Up Productions was right here, right off the way here, and whatever that was, Burlington. And Harold Russell had an Up and Up production company that, once again, when people looked around, just like how I got this position with Mighty Deuce Entertainment, they recognized people that were already in the field, already had a stake in DJing, producing, or whatever the case may be. So then, we wound up linking up with Harold and going with the Up and Up production and coming up with a couple of artists. There were some artists that could have did a whole lot more. Like I remember V was great. He was great. And a lot of things spawned from that. And Jeff, Jazzy Jeff wound up getting in the mix. And then you had the whole Carvin Hagens getting together with him. And now Carvin Hagens is the man. You know what I mean? He's got Grammys and everything. And, Jeff helped him get to where he is. And we, everybody started out with a little bit of Up and Up production with Harold Russell and whatnot. And, like I said, we dipped our toe in so many pools, and we never really got our whole body in and got ourselves together. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people who got very successful from what we accomplished or tried to get done here in Willingboro. We had my man Zulu, the one-man gang. A lot of that stuff originated over here in my house. The Goon Squad with Pooch and the boys. It was everything. Yeah. And I like Bob right here being my right-hand man. He's informed me of a lot of stuff here because, over there at Up and Up Productions, we did do commercials for Power 99 for Kobe Cole. His boy Dorsey, who went ahead and did a lot of things. I mean, he did a lot of good things. He's successful. And then, we wound up doing a commercial for Mahorns. Rick Mahorn. Rick Mahorn was, he played when he was down here playing for the Sixers. He opened a club here on the Cherry Hill, and Mahorn was the bomb. Trust me. Like I talked about Moonbase, and we had the JCs, then we had Mahorn, and everybody would be up in there. Unfortunately, we were able to do commercials for them and everything, and then wind up being a VIP in there, sitting up in the VIP, coming up meeting the X Clan up in there, Organized Confusion, all kinds of people there, and rooting our boy Jake Ski on and trying to win battles up in there too. It was a lot of stuff going on.
We got Shannon checking in. Peace, Shannon.
That's my neighbor. That's the man right there. He used to live down the street growing up. Another Millbrook for life dude.
Robert is also saying,
megahertz.
Talking about megahertz.
A lot of stuff came through Up and Up. It's just like it was a big thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, I loved it all. I mean, you name
y'all
it.
did commercials for Power 99, Kobe Cole. Oh man!
Yeah, and I also say my man Shannon shouting out. Like I say, he's big time in his own right. He's very successful. He's a good dude. Love him. He's a brother.
Nice.
One thing everybody got to understand real quick is that Willingboro is a tight-knit community. We don't forget ours. We support ours, and we do right by ours.
Yeah, I was going to talk more about the Willingboro area, and y'all got a lot of stuff going on. Like you said, from the actors, from sports guys, sports stars, people who played in NFL.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Like we'll talk about that. Yeah, Hargrove played for the Eagles. That's big time. My man Gary Durden, who lived right down the street on CSI Miami.
Yeah, no, regular CSI. He was the original one from CSI.
I wish he could come back, but they took him out. He didn't make it to season 9, so they took him out. But yeah, him. We got Angie Dickinson. She's a stunt woman out there doing her thing. It's a lot of things, a successful things. I'm proud of everybody that came out of this community.
Yeah.
There's tons of stuff. Mike Flowers doing his thing with music and whatnot. All that stuff.
I'll put together an episode of, just the talent from the Willingboro and surrounding areas and get all you guys on just to talk about some things about the area and stories you may not remember.
I love when somebody will tickle my memory because I got a pretty decent memory. And when somebody can just tickle my memory and remind me of something, I'm like, I'm like, yo, I love it. Yeah, like Cam set me straight on a couple stories when we was together last time. The time before that, I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, you're right, you got it good there. And that's all that. I think Cam was on here for a little bit, but I think he jumped off to watch some Def Jam. That's what he do. Cam had to go get up with his Def Jam.
I think he's still on. He may have been in the vehicle. But it is real good talking to you. A couple of last questions before we start wrapping this thing up.
Sure.
If you have any questions for Cut Master C, put them in the chat or any comments. One of the questions I like to ask is, what do you tell a DJ who doesn't have any connections, just really new getting into the game? What would you, as a veteran, tell that new DJ?
I would tell. Well, first of all, I would just reach out to people. First, you can go on Facebook. There's tons of people that we follow. Good artists on Facebook, and then you can communicate with them. And a lot of people, when you're interested in their calling and what they do, they'll give you your ear. There's a lot of like other people. There's local people, and you can ask them. It's like 1 degree of separation, maybe 2. If you talk to somebody, you'll find somebody else who will help you out and get you to go ahead and try to get your endeavors together. Because people like, at least in our community when we grew up, we wanted to help people. It ain't about all that hate nonsense or anything like that. If somebody reaches out to you and they want to go ahead and try to go ahead and aspire to do what you're doing, like, yeah, this is how you do it, brother. You do this, you get on that YouTube, you go ahead, you create a channel, you do stuff and whatnot, and the next thing you know, you got cash following you, and then you might be somebody before you know it. Or at least you'll be comfortable about what you're doing and who you are.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, my boy.
That's one of the questions that I asked.
All right.
That's one of the questions that I ask all the DJs, and a lot of them talk about, understanding your craft.
Right.
For one, going back to the old school, understanding music, not just, you got a thumb drive and now you're a DJ. So, it don't work like that. You just cannot have music and have equipment and actually, rock a crowd unless you're like that special person. So you gotta practice. You gotta talk to, like you were saying, talk to your older cats or other cats in the business.
Yeah, because there's tons of people, like, you don't have to, if somebody act like they don't want to show you no love, you just move on to the next cat, because there's always going to be somebody that's willing to help you out and do whatever. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I think I didn't even get a chance to make mention to my shirt here. Old school right here, Enjoy Records, the best of Enjoy.
Oh yeah, I don't know where mine is, but I got a bunch of them.
We old school. That's how we get down, man. I just appreciate you having me on and everything, bro. And,
man,
like you said, DJs, big, small, middle, in between, whatever the case may be. We're all DJs at heart.
Yep. And everybody has a story. Flat Top is saying, what a good interview. Every DJ, no matter if you played locally or you played globally, or if you just started 6 months ago, you got stories. Because, we had another DJ here, and he said his better half flat out told him, you should hang this up. But he kept maintaining until he made something of himself. DJ B Folks, if you out, shout out to you. We've had DJs that got 40 years in the game and still doing their thing. And everybody in between. So I appreciate all of you guys for, doing what you do. And some of it is for the love, and hopefully you turn it into money. But some of us still do it for the love, just in the house or in front of a, small crowd, a backyard barbecue or something like that.
Yeah, I keep forgetting my man Bob here is my hype man. He keep reminding me of certain things. Yeah, we didn't even mention like the turntable. The turntable is where we were the record store that we used to all go to and buy a lot of our wax and stuff. And almost the entire crew that we hung out with worked there. Cam worked there. Reg worked there. Reg was the main dude that worked there. I worked there. My man Swab worked there. Reg's brother worked there. It's like crazy. Jake Steve. I mean, we all was there. It's like we all worked there, and we all bought. We bought records there. We bought cassettes. You remember cassettes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember the man we used to went to cassette there? Yeah, there you go. Right.
I keep them close.
Yes, the turntable.
Craig is saying that. Not Craig. Robert is saying that you are the big community organizer as well. He keeps the DJ culture alive, and many of us met at our Borough Record Store, the turntable.
Yeah, well, we have an event every year, Millbrook for Life Old School Cookout, where people from old school all over, they come here. We've had as many as 150 people here getting down. We have T-shirts and all that. I try to keep everything going. We show movies in the backyard. Just try to keep everything festive, because what it is real quick is I got tired of seeing people at funerals, unfortunately. You know what I mean? You haven't seen nobody in years and forever, and that's the only time we would meet up and take a picture, see you next time. I said, you know what? Let's create an event where we can get together once a year and celebrate everything, our friendship, our old school, everything that meant something to us. So yeah, that's part of the organization thing that I do. And like I said, I mentioned the turntable with the bomb. It later turned into the Sound Express. My man Sean worked there too. Sean, my friend Sean Harrod, he worked there at the end too. So like all of my close people. Yeah, it's like
nice.
That was our thing.
That was one of the reasons why I created this DJ interview, because you know, cats are getting older now and their story isn't out. So this is an opportunity for them to tell their story, because you know, we may have heard rumors about something, but you know, from the actual people to say this is what really happened, you know, that's what this platform is for, especially in that DJ world. You know, everybody, you have a unique story.
No doubt.
DJ Cam had a unique story. DJ Tommy Lee had a unique story. Everybody's story is just like, wow. And other DJs are actually interested, and your fans are interested to hear what you have to say, or you know, do you remember this? Yo, remember when we did this?
And let me touch on one thing you mentioned, like about DJ Cam. I was enamored and intrigued by him saying that everybody has A plan and a B plan. And they say, you know, you fall on your backup plan or whatever. He said, nah, next to that, my A plan is this. I'm going to make this work. I'm going for my A plan. If you have a B plan, then you ain't putting that much concentration, truth, and faith in your A plan. Yeah. I said, yo, I never really thought about that. You know, my man knew what he was talking about. I love that. So, yeah, that's something that people need to instill in. Like, yo, if you have confidence in yourself, just like you said about your other man, the significant other was like, nah, wrap that up, take that in. Like, no, I'm going forward. I'm going full bore head, and I'm going to make this happen for me.
Mm-hmm. All of this stuff is learnable.
He has a real story. They have a true story to tell.
With some dedication, all of this DJ stuff is learnable, and then to where that individual takes it is everybody's unique story. We've had people that been to and DJ'd in Dubai. We've had people that DJ'd for certain people or met certain people, and now they're close. You know, Flat Top is saying every hip hop legend, DJs and MCs, has a real true story, which is true. Oh, yeah.
You've always been inspired by somebody, because obviously we're not the true origin, but you have to be. We're old enough to be close enough to the origin. So, like I said, it's only like really 1 or 2 degrees of separation. Yep. We're so old school. We got those guys that first came on the scene. Like I told you, I was taken in by Curtis Blow, and that's one of the first dude to be signed to a major label. You know what I mean? There was some other stuff, but he's kind of recognized as one of the first cats, and I was right on it. All in the community, I scooped that out. Curtis Blow. I even went as far as to do some dope nonsense saying he was my uncle. I was doing stuff like that, man, because I was so enamored. I was young. What do you
Uncle
do?
Curtis.
Young people do young crazy stuff.
Yeah, man. Cool, man. Just so deep everywhere. And Flat Top is also saying to tell where all it was in the hip hop game in New York and everywhere in the world. You know, it all started in that New York area, then it spread to the tri-state area, and then it started spreading to Philly.
That's why we were going up to New York all the time. And what I did like about that back in the day, like I told you before, we go up there and I see Shaheed and, you know, Queen Latifah, KRS-One, Ultramagnetic, LL Cool J, De La Soul. We up there. We're in one little teeny little warehouse, and we're walking around like it's nothing, like just talking and shooting to get with these guys, chopping it up. And it was a great thing. You can't do that anymore nowadays. Things have changed, but it was so nice to go up in there, see them, take a picture, say whatever, told you to admire them, told you were inspired to do, and everything. That was a great thing, man. I miss a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I truly do.
Pretty dope. And we gonna do some things. I know we've all been talking.
Right.
I got some stuff in the plans, in the works to go live and simulcast it. You know, we got things in the works now that it seems like this planet is starting to open back up.
Yes.
So we gonna have some things going on. Everyone that's watching, so let everybody know. Plus, if you're a DJ and you haven't heard of the DJ interview or haven't been interviewed by the big dog,
the big dog,
you know,
big dog. Yeah.
come on, reach out, connect to the DJ interview, whether it's the private group or the page, the business page, and let's get your story heard. Everybody, I know a couple of people on here is gonna be DJ interviewed. So Flat Top is saying, you know, what a good DJ interview, and they all are. In my point of view, they all are, because everybody's story is so different and unique.
You're right. Everybody's got a story to tell. Somebody's going to tell you something that you didn't know, or obviously you didn't know about them, and you're like, oh, well, that's really interesting. I had no idea, or that's how you got down, and whatever trials and tribulations or whatever. You're still here doing your thing. Yeah, everybody's got something good like that.
And this is only episode 73. And how many other DJs, how many thousands of DJs are out there that need their story told?
Yeah, well, keep working on it, my man. Do what you do.
I am. I'm always reaching out. Oh, Robert is saying, ask you about 45 King and Tony D, great Jersey DJs.
Yeah, Tony D was the man also. That's back in Princeton, the PRB. He's from up in that area. God rest his soul. Tony D was the man. Everybody, check the elevation. Everybody knows that song around here. I actually met the 45 King. 45 King was good. That's right. That's another dude that I met. It was so easy to eat cats back in the day when you went to
right. Back in the day, it was so easy when you're there and they're there and you're in this small room with two turntables.
Yeah, small room. I got Biz Markie hiding behind the speaker, cracking jokes, and people. He like, yo, wait, Biz is here. You didn't even know he's here. He hiding behind the speaker, making jokes. Man, it was good experiences. I wish you could go back with that aspect of the old school. Like I think I said before when we were talking, off camera a while back. I'm like, I wish I could mix some of the old school with some of the new school. I'll take the Serato, give up lugging the crates around, and bring that back to the back, and still be able to hang out with cats, locally, and brush elbows with celebrities and who were just regular and being real back then, because it was there was not all this over glitz and fame and all this other nonsense that was involved. The social media messed up. So it's good and it's bad. You know what I'm saying?
Now I hated on Serato when it initially came out.
Oh yeah, you was standing in the corner like, nah, I ain't.
Yeah,
nah,
but
I
learned to appreciate it even more. I think I let everybody know I started DJing back just in my room back in January, the beginning of 2021. And I had to bring a couple of crates of records from downstairs to upstairs. And I'm like, now I know.
Say, wait a minute.
I'm like this afterwards, like, do I want a DJ now?
Yeah.
So, Flat Top is saying peace. Peace, my brother. We'll get with you soon. Craig, it has been a pleasure. interviewing with you. I know a lot of people got a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff that you've done and are doing.
Yep.
We will be back always on Tuesdays, 8ish Eastern time. This is Harry the Big Dog, and this is the DJ interview.
Thanks, brother.
And
Thanks
we
for having me.
are gone.